Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Jordan & Vaught Insurance Agency, you don't pay extra for the over 80 years of combined experience that will be available to you when dealing with questions about your auto, home, farm, life, or Medicare supplements. They're always there to help from 8:30 to 5 p.m. on weekdays at 123 South Franklin Street, the very same Bloomfield location since 1972. You may not realize the value of experience until you need it the most. Call Jordan & Vaught Insurance, your friends with experience, at 812-384-3535. Good evening and welcome to Linton Miners Softball. The Miners at 6-4, hosting South Knox at 6-3. They're very close record-wise. Keely Brown getting the start on the hill for the Miners. She's 5-2 with a 3.07 ERA, 62 Ks on the year. South Knox at 6-3. We don't know yet who the starters are, but Kenna Raywald appears to be their ace, 5-3 with an ERA at 4.34. Heather, I'll turn it over to you.
We want to welcome you to the Jordan & Vaught Insurance pregame show, where 80 years of combined experience treats you like family when you call Ross, Cindy, Rita, and Layton at Jordan & Vaught Insurance in Bloomfield. Whether you're searching for home, auto, or life insurance coverage, they're going to make sure you're covered by calling them at 812-384-3535 today. Kevin?
The last outing for the Miners, a big win over Owen Valley, 17-5. They started with strikes on pitching, about 20 of 26 batters that night. So we had a good night on the hill between two pitchers, Ella Norris and Savannah Hughes. But Greg Elliott joining us here on these games. It was a 5-inning game, so everything looks great, except they committed 5 errors. Defense is still a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, it is, and we've talked about that a little bit. I think that's an area at this point they've got to get cleaned up. It's going to be one of those things that it has bitten them at already this season, and I think it will continue to do so, especially as we get farther into the season here. So, just got to clean it up. A lot of those mistakes are mental, and we see those errors. We've made some base running errors and some things like that don't show up in the stat. That those have to get cleaned up as well. But they certainly are hitting the ball really well right now and doing a good job of that. Probably offensively, the only real thing that we've got to continue to work on and get better is we've just left a lot of runners on base this year, and so we've left some runs out there as well as we're hitting and as well as we're scoring. There's been some inopportune times where we've not been able to kind of finish the deal. So another area just to work on, and I think a lot of the stuff at this point in the season becomes mental stuff, locking in mentally and making sure you know what to do with the ball, where it goes, when it gets hit to you, and so forth. And hopefully these last few days they haven't had a lot of practice time. Hopefully they've been able to get in and work on some of those things.
And I hate to bring this up because it's not an excuse. In fact, it's a benefit. But this team is young. It is young,
and I think some of those errors are going to be attributed to that. So it's just part of the game, and it's part of the process of learning and getting better. And again, I think we've some of that stuff too is as rotations have worked around and we've moved them around in these first 10 games. You're going to have people in spots that, hey, maybe they've not played as much or they're not used to playing, and that takes a little time to make some adjustments there. But as that roster, that lineup settles down and positions settle down a little bit, I think you'll start to see that gel back together a little bit.
Keely Brown, the last home game, was just phenomenal with, 17 strikeouts?
19.
19 strikeouts. It's just an incredible night. But, I want to give a little bit of credit to the last game with Owen Valley because you need experience. You need somebody behind that starting pitcher. And Ella Norris and Savannah Hughes both at least started out with 20 of 26 hitters with a strike on the board.
Yeah, I think the thing with both of those girls coming in, they just need reps and time on the hill to be able to make those plays and to settle in a little bit. You got some nerves. First year really pitching much varsity at all. In Savannah's case, she's just a freshman. So first year, Ella didn't throw a lot of varsity innings last year. So it's been good. Ella has settled down here the last 2 or 3 outings, started throwing the ball really well, pitching to contact. I think there's people don't realize how big of a deal it is when you're pitching out there, how much difference 2 or 3 inches of placement on the ball means to whether it's an out or a hard hit ball into a gap. And you get a lot of that going on. So hitting your spots, locating the ball is a big deal. And Keeley does a really good job of that. That's why she's got 62 strikeouts and an ERA that she has. And I think Ella is continuing to improve, and I think we'll see that out of Savannah as she goes through her career here. So
you are listening to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. I'll turn this over to Heather.
We want to remind you that we are syndicating to the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network, Facebook Live, and RaderMediaSports.com. YouTube is experiencing some issues today, so we are not able to connect to YouTube today, but we are happy to be here and to promote not only the Linton-Stockton Miners and South Knox Spartans, but also the sponsors that entrust us to promote them all season long. And we're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout to hear from a number of our Minor Pride sponsors and be back with you in just a moment. This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
At Crane Credit Union, you can expect a personalized experience from people committed to your financial well-being. When you visit one of our 18 branches across southern and central Indiana, you will be greeted by our team that is committed to supporting your financial needs, dreams, and possibilities through all the stages of your life. From youth and teen accounts where it pays to get A's, to auto and personal loans that are processed completely within your local branch. Your local staff can assist you with mortgage and home equity needs, and when the time is right, we can help you with your IRA retirement accounts. We will be with you every step of the way. Crane Credit Union, building relationships since 1955.
Finding the best coverage for your home, auto, life, and business isn't always a walk in the park. I'm Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Whether you're buying your first car or starting your own business, finding the right coverage can be a challenge. With great companies like Auto Owners Insurance, I can find the appropriate coverages so that you and your family can be better protected. Come see me, Audrey Sparks, to discuss what coverages are right for you, or give me a call at 812-847-4798.
Hello there, I'm Corey Motter with Century 21 Sheets. Are you a first-time home buyer and you just don't know where to start? Perhaps you're looking to downsize and you need to list a property and get top dollar. In any of those situations, you need a professional agent on your side. I have successfully opened doors for clients for over the last 4 years, and it is a complete pleasure of mine to be able to help them end one chapter and begin a new one. Navigating the real estate market can be complex, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. Let me help you understand the housing market, and let's negotiate the best deal. So together, let's open a new door and close it with Corey.
Locally owned for over 30 years, CAS Contracting DBA Kramer's Tree Service specializes in land clearing and development, including residential tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, vegetation control, compost, seasoned firewood, and quality hardwood mulches. If it's an outside job, call CAS Contracting DBA Kramer's Tree Service at 812-847-7221. Good at a lot of things, like cheering on the Miners to victory. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Jathan Wright is good at making sure your insurance needs are just right for you. That's why Jathan is here to help you work through any questions you might have about your auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Then you can get back to making sure the Miner fan section is louder than the other team. Talk to Jathan. Stop in or submit your information online and give him a call at 812-798-2615. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. We'd like to take this opportunity to read through a number of sponsors. You will hear an actual game rotation flashed on your screen, starting with starting lineups by Klusner Construction. Whether it is a remodel, a new construction home, or a home addition, you know it'll be done right the first time, every single time you choose Tony and his crew of Klusner Construction. So call Tony Klusner or Bart Wade of Linton today. Also, our scoreboard sponsor is Linton Cycle Sales. They are Linton, Southern Indiana's most preferred power sports dealer since 1973 and have been proudly serving our community for over 50 years. Dane and his staff offer sales, services, and parts, so come see them south of Linton for the best deals in the area today. Our strikeout sponsor is Walton Funeral Service, one generation to the next, one family to another. Todd and Cindy Walton are proud of their funeral home's heritage. They have been there for this community for over a century, dedicated to professional and compassionate service, leaving kind memories since 1915. They specialize in funeral pre-planning for peace of mind. As they always say, they are your lamp of hope when you need them most. And our post-game sponsor is Tech Shack of Linton. You want to check them out on Highway 54 West in Linton to choose from one of over 10,000 items in stock, from STEM, home entertainment, ham and CB radio, solar, networking, computer parts, fun and exciting specialty electronics, and the ever-popular weather radios. Stop by and see them or visit techshackoflinton.com. And we'd also like to take a moment to talk to you about our first pitch forecast. Right now, currently in Linton, we have, just a moment here as it's pulling up, as Derek McKee in the press box here, as well as Greg Elliott and Kevin Rader all say, this is a perfect spring sports Monday. It's currently 60 degrees with a real feel of 65 degrees. Winds are out of the southwest at 1 mile per hour with maximum wind gust at 6. Humidity is 32% with 0% cloud cover with a visibility of 37 miles. Kevin?
Thank you, Heather. I'm just busy trying to get the lineup set here. We now have them. Greg, it is interesting because both teams really come in almost with identical records.
Yeah, but different ways of getting here. South Knox, 5 in a row here. They won. They just come off a big win last week against North Davies, who previously only had one loss at that point on Thursday night. North Davies went ahead and lost on Saturday to Bar Reeves, so they've got 3 losses now. But North Davies, really strong club. If you look at their losses, of their 3 losses, 2 of those have been by 1 run, and to Terre Haute South and Vincent's Lincoln, which are both solid programs. So this club for South Knox is a really sound club. They're playing pretty well now. Got a lot of confidence. This should be a good game tonight.
Looking a little bit here at the lineup for South Knox, I'm going to look at the 1 and 2 hitters specifically here. Leading off is number 2, Braylon Gladish, the shortstop, and little wonder, hitting .515. And hitting second is number 1, Macy Lenneweber, the third baseman, and she's hitting at .500. What a 1-2 punch!
Yeah, they've got some kids that can hit there. They've got 6 girls hitting over .300. Gladish is a sophomore, Lenneweber is a senior, and then they've got Lorelei Davis hitting .419 and Katie Goss at .393 with 2 home runs. So. The thing you notice with them is they've only hit 6 home runs on the season, but they are good contact hitters. They're going to put the ball in play.
Yeah, you can win and not be a long ball hitting team.
Absolutely can, and they've traditionally always been that way. They've been a good hitting club, and again, kind of a good mixture this year of some young kids mixed in with some upperclassmen, and as you can tell by their roster out here, they've got a big roster as well, so they've got a lot of kids playing softball at South Knox.
So that's why these team averages are a little deceptive. The Miners coming in at 392, averaging about 10 runs a game. South Knox at 337, averaging 8 a game, but they play different styles.
They do play different styles, and I think you'll see that here tonight and how they play out stuff. Pitching-wise, South Knox doesn't have the strikeouts. They have 20 strikeouts on the season. They're going to pitch to contact. They're going to trust their defense, making plays. They're pretty sound defensively, and so you're going to see opportunities that way on the defensive side for them that they're going to make you work, and you're going to have to figure out ways to get that next 60 feet every time you get a runner on base.
We want to talk about the Miners, and we'll do that when we come back. You're listening to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show.
This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
It starts well before the lights are turned on. The grill at the Grill is fired up well before the front door is unlocked and the first customer ventures in.
I've been coming to the Grill for 30 years. It's the best restaurant in Greene County.
It's a Linton tradition that's lasted over 100 years and the same family for over the last 40. Open 7 days a week with carry out, and speaking of traditions, they have steak night every Friday and Saturday night. If you didn't stop by today, there's always tomorrow at the Grill in downtown Linton.
Is your family protected? Contact me, Alicia Cornelius, your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, to discuss your home, auto, farm, life, or business needs. It's not just about protecting my family. Let me help protect yours too. Proudly serving Indiana, call to speak with me, Alicia Cornelius, one agent for all your insurance needs.
Three specialty clinics with 3 top-notch providers right here close to home. Greene County General Hospital's Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care are the area's go-tos when it comes to your care. Team Ortho is home to the county's only board-certified orthopedic surgeon, Dr. John Hammerstein. Dr. Matthew Parmenter is a board-certified foot and ankle surgeon with more than 35 years' experience. And board-certified general surgeon Dr. Cam Gabrielson is trained to diagnose a wide range of diseases that may require surgery. Team Ortho Foot and Ankle, and Surge Care, the trio you can trust. They're all part of the Greene County General Hospital family. Our family, caring for yours.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, and we'd like to take this opportunity to let you know you're not seeing double. Both South Knox and Linton-Stockton are in the exact same uniform color, blue tops, red pants. The only difference is South Knox has a trim color of white outlined in red, and then the Lady Miners have red on as well. So just keep kind of an eye who's up to bat, and watch your scoreboard, Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard in the bottom right-hand corner. And we'll do our best to keep you all updated. Kevin?
Now, we were talking earlier with Greg Elliott here on the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show about South Knox's style. I'm going to switch it over now to Linton because, well, at the top is Sophie Lauer, 545, couple of home runs, 9 ribbies. Olivia Griffith, the talk of Southwest Indiana, I think, right now at 529, 6 home runs and 18 RBI.
Yeah, she's seeing the ball really well right now. And there's several of them. I mean, we've got 18 home runs with basically 10 girls hitting over 300. So you got 8 different girls that hit balls out, and offensively we are hitting the ball about as well as
Juggernaut.
I can remember. Yeah, but again, I keep going back I think we're averaging right at 10 runs a game, but we've left a lot of runs out there. We've left a lot of base runners on base, and so it could be even better than what it is with some timely hitting and taking care of some situational stuff. But they are offensively, we are doing everything we need to do. We just have to clean up on the defensive side.
Well, that's a key point because in the Owen Valley game, 5 errors in a 5-inning game. Now, they won big, 17-5, so the bats were there.
Yeah.
But defensively, That's tough.
But you can't.
One error an inning.
Yeah, you can't trust that offensive output every game, because as you see better pitching, as you get into the better teams in your schedule and you get into the late season and make a run in the playoffs, you're going to see better pitching that is going to figure out a way to shut your bats down. And so you have to play clean on the defensive side and not give the other team opportunities that they don't earn.
You know, you look at the lineups. Again, Greg pointed out Lauer, Griffith, Sullivan, Bland, Brown, all hitting close to 400. And, you know, Malia Goodman's close as well, so Savannah Hughes. I mean, these are impressive numbers. But when I look at one that I think is a little bit surprising, and I brought it up in the postgame last game, Maggie Mullis, 316, 2 home runs, 7 ribbies.
Yeah,
she's grown.
Yeah, she has continued to improve and got an opportunity there behind the plate and at bat and took advantage of it and done a good job. You know, the other thing you notice about Linton, we've got 33 strikeouts on the year. That's not very many when you look at the at bats. We don't strike out a lot. We're putting the ball in play. We're making stuff happen. And you know, I said it last game. You know, when you put the ball in play, you know, 3 things have to happen. You've got to have somebody field it, somebody throw it, and somebody catch it. There's 3 things that can go wrong. If you're walking back to the dugout with a bat on your shoulder, there isn't much you can do. So, you know, put the ball in play, see what happens, put the pressure on, and we've done a pretty good job of putting pressure on teams and breaking some games open and doing some things that way.
Heather, speaking of strikeouts, Keely Brown got kind of a special honor because of her last outing.
She did. We had the opportunity to talk to her here in the press box as we were setting up, and she mentioned that she got called to the office this morning, and she said, so I was trying to think, like, what did I do wrong to get called to the office? And Rick Simler surprised her with the Bobcat of Davies County Athlete of the Week award and interviewed her. And my understanding is that podcast will be up. If it is not already, it should be up by tomorrow. So that is quite the honor for Keely here as a sophomore at Linton-Stockton with 19 strikeouts against Bloomfield. And quick reminder, Linton Miners are 2-0 in SWAC play. So that is pretty awesome as well. Next week, their outing will bring WRV here on Thursday. So that'll be the next SWAC.
This is a big week. The next 2, I mean, we've got 9 games coming up, and 2 of them are home. The rest of them on the road, so we're a little bit of a road warrior. But, you know, we play an 8-1 Terre Haute North team this week. We play a 9-1 Edgewood team this week, and then we go and play Saturday with Sullivan, Riverton Park, and South Knox. Those are all good clubs there. So you look at the schedule over the next 2 weeks, and it's one of those things that you can't have an off night. You've got to be locked in every night.
We're going to look over the batting lineups for both of these clubs when we return. You're listening to the Jordan and Vaught Insurance Pregame Show.
This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
Need excavation or septic work that you can count on at Halls LLC? They've been moving earth and installing reliable septic systems for years. From site prep to drainage, driveways, demolition, and full septic installs or repairs, they have the equipment and experience to get the job done right. For residential or commercial jobs, big or small, give Doug or Jared a call at 812-699-0200. You may also visit Halls LLC on Facebook today. In over 50 years of business, 2 things have never changed at Linton Cycle Sales: honesty and fun. When you're shopping for Polaris or Kawasaki, this family-owned operation that offers 5-star service and accessories is a great place to start. In fact, they offer on-the-spot financing. You want to do business with a place that has your back not only when you buy, but also after you leave. So if you're in the market for Polaris or Kawasaki off-road vehicles, come to Linton Cycle Sales, doing business the small-town way since 1973. The next time you need a lift, call Skinner's Towing. They're locally owned and operated since 2012. If you are ever in an accident or breakdown and unsure who to call, request Skinner's Towing at 812-699-0743 for fast, friendly, and affordable towing. No matter the vehicle, no matter the situation, no matter the climate, no matter the time, Skinner's Towing, the people you can depend on 24/7.
Welcome back. The Miners getting ready to take their run at infield. Heather already pointed out they're both wearing the same colored uniforms tonight, with one difference, as Greg spied quickly, and that's the sleeves.
Yeah, just a little difference that way, and then again,
meaning South Knox has
they have a little ring around the sleeve on theirs, and their letters are white. Linton's letters are red, trimmed in white. A little difference in the pants, but overall, I said, I'm glad we're not running up and down the basketball court. It would be a little difficult to keep track of, but it won't be really a problem here tonight.
Now, going over the lineup for South Knox, I know Derek McKee is going to be announcing the starters here just momentarily. You know what? Maybe I'll just wait and let Derek do that officially once the coaches get done with their talk here at home plate. Craig, you said this before we went on the air. Boy, it's a perfect night for softball.
Oh, this is
or
beautiful.
Baseball.
Just a light wind. It looks like it's kind of blowing in just a little bit, but it's real light. Sunshine and blue sky. I mean, a little bit cool, but this time of year, what do you expect?
And, if you're out there and you're in town or nearby, come on out and watch some softball. As Greg points out, it's a perfect night for it. And there's two good teams.
We should mention, too, that the middle school track team is currently at WRV against a number of teams there for a middle school track meet. The Linton boys golf team is currently in play at Phil Harris against Sullivan, Shakamak, and I think it's WRV if I remember correctly. And our boys baseball team is at Northview tonight. So the Linton Miners are going to play against their former coach, Jacob Harden.
That'll be interesting tonight.
So I'm thankful that nothing rescheduled today, because we've already got one reschedule with baseball. For those of you that have not seen any kind of update from the school or have not been on our Facebook page, the North Central baseball game that was rained out last Wednesday night after literally a half inning has been rescheduled to Monday, May 11th. I know that the Lady Miners will be on the road that evening as well. So,
Craig, I'm always interested when the coaches are standing down here with the umpires. I know they go over the lineup cards, but what else are they talking about? I'm always surprised it takes as long as it does.
Any good places to eat local and stuff? I have had conversations there that have been very, very much on point as to, we're just talking about what's going on in softball. Sometimes they talk about the foul lines and what happens if a ball gets wedged under the fence and different things like that. And then sometimes it's like, hey, you guys know all this stuff and, right, whatever. It's just a little chit chat. But I'd say with this situation here, new coach here this year at South Knox, as well as Coach Arnold, and I think they're probably just talking all those normal things through. Nothing out of line or unexpected. So
one thing I've noticed now is both the softball and the baseball don't have the dimensions. I always loved being able to look out left field line, right field line, center field, and know what the dimensions are.
Yeah, I think we're 205 or 210 in the corner, maybe 215 at center. They moved it back when they built the new facility. It was 200 all the way around, and they pulled the backstop back so that we had a regulation backstop away from the plate when they did all this. So I believe they gained 10 to 15 feet, 10 feet in the corners and 15 at center.
Getting lined up here for the opening festivities here. The Miners lined up around home plate. Turn it over to Derek McKee.
Hello, softball fans, and welcome to Linton-Stockton High School for tonight's game between the visiting Spartans of South Knox High School and your very own Linton Lady Miners. Let's head down to the field to meet tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visitors on the scoreboard, the South Knox Lady Spartans. Leading off for South Knox, playing shortstop, number 2, Braylon Gladish. At third base, number 1, Macy Linneweber. Playing center field tonight, number 9, Kayla Charleston. Batting cleanup at first base, number 18, Lorelei Davis. Playing left field, number 5, Maddie Short. The catcher this evening, number 7, Brinley Milspaw. Your designated player tonight, number 15, Brianna Benjamin. Playing right field, number 30, Katie Lafferty. At second base, number 3, Michaela Carey. And your flex player this evening, number 17, Kenna Rewald. The Spartans are coached by Chaz Hendricks. And now the starting lineup for your very own hometown Linton Lady Miners. Leading off for the Miners, your shortstop, number 2, Audrey Sullivan. Batting second, your second baseman, number 25, Sophie Lauer. Batting third, the pitcher this evening, number 8, Keely Brown. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 4, Olivia Griffith. Batting fifth, your first baseman, number 6, Piper Bland. The designated player this evening, number 34, Ellen Nurse. Catching this evening, number 5, Maggie Mullis. Playing left field, batting in the 8th position, number 20, Layla Jennings. Playing center field, batting 9th, number 16, Malia Goodman. And your flex player this evening, number 22, Abby McKee. The Miners are coached by Erica Arnold, assisted by Ron Miller and Kyle Arnold.
Starting lineups are sponsored by
Ladies
Klusner
and gentlemen,
Construction of
please
Linton.
now stand with us, gentlemen. Remove your hats as we honor our flag and our nation with the playing of the national anthem.
And with that, we are ready for softball.
Quick reminder, this pregame has been sponsored by Jordan Vaught Insurance of Bloomfield, and we are currently ready to go on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
Looking at the Miners defensively, let's start around the infield at first base, Piper Bland. Second base, Sophie Lauer. Shortstop, Audrey Sullivan. And at third base, at the hot corner, is Olivia Griffith. In the outfield, at right field, Abby McKee. In center field, Malia Goodman. And in left field, Layla Jennings. And behind catching is Maggie Mullis. And on the hill, Keely Brown. As we said, 5-2 with an ERA 3.07 and 62 Ks, Greg.
Yeah, she's thrown really, really well. She's picked up some velocity since last year and does a good job of locating. If there's anything that you see with her, and it'll be critical tonight, is just sometimes she takes a few batters to get settled in to her groove, and don't want to put anybody on here early, give any base runners here early in the game. So it'll be important for her just to get off to a good start here. But she has thrown really, really well for us this year.
Gladish, Lenneweber, and Charleston. 1, 2, 3 for South Knox, and they're all extremely capable hitters. Charleston has the hitting at 333. Everybody else is above 500 in the opening three. So the start here will be crucial.
Yeah, and I would expect to see South Knox do. You know, they'll play similar to us in a lot of ways. They'll do a little small ball. They'll do some things that try to put some pressure on you.
Number 2, Braden Gladys.
And Gladys hits at a high percentage, but she's, you know, a lefty slapper type of player, and she's quick. And
Perfect leadoff hitter.
So she's going to kind of read defense and look and see what she can do and where she can put the ball, and look for opportunities to get herself down to first.
You got a little breeze coming in now from center field. Here's our opening pitch. Called strike. Gladish coming in as the leadoff hitter, hitting at .515 on the year. She's their best hitter average-wise. She pops one to center field. Goodman on the run. Makes the glove.
Good start there. Job there by
well hit
coming
baseball.
In. It was hit well, and it was hit kind of out on the end of the bat. If you watched it just directly in line with us, it had a little bit of a tail.
Hit well by Gladish, well defended by Goodman.
Yeah.
She was moving almost right at the bat.
Yep.
Brings Elena Weber in. She's be hitting on the right-hand side. Another beautiful pitch, called strike. How important is it for a pitcher, Craig, to get out on top in the count right away?
That's everything, because you're going to be able to then have the upper hand on the hitter. So, you know, we've always told our girls to be aggressive on first pitch strikes, because sometimes you don't get an opportunity then to hit a hitter's pitch. And once you get behind an account, then you're chasing, and you're going to have to end up hitting the pitch that they want you to hit. So as a pitcher, you want to get up. You want to do whatever you can do to get up on top, so that now I can play with your head a little bit and move things in the zone and play in that river that we call it. So
here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And fire the ball down the first base line, since the catcher Mullis had dropped it momentarily, but anyway, it registers as a strikeout. The first Walton Funeral Service strikeout of the contest, and a big one. Lena Weber coming in hitting .500.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. It was less of a drop and more of a she threw a little change up there, and it kind of bounced, and Maggie did a great job of blocking it and then throwing it down to one to get the out. So.
Kayla Charleston fouls first pitch back. Lorelei Davis on deck for South Knox, coming in at 6-2. Come out here with 2 outs, nobody on. Charleston digs in, down to the count, 0-1. Pitch high. Looked like Charleston was momentarily tempted at that.
She was thinking about it.
1-1. Can hear the chanting from the dugouts. Ball laced right to center field. It's going to hit in the grass and be a single. So the first hit of the game belongs to Kayla Charleston.
The one thing you notice about this South Knox team right out of the gate is that they're not afraid to swing the bat. They're going to be aggressive at the plate, looking to put balls in play and see what happens. And again, nice ball hit there just out in the edge of the grass, but there's nobody to defend it there.
Ball popped up. It's going to be out of play. I notice how the second baseman is shaded so far to the right, close to first.
Yeah, you're going to take a step or two that way, just with the left-handed hitter that has a tendency, if she swings away, she could pull it that direction.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss way out in front of it. The runners on the fly to get the stolen base, and they've got it. They've got Charleston now at second base. It wasn't as easy a play. It was a good throw by Mullis, but Charleston able to beat it out. Davis at the plate, 0-2. Ball high outside. 1-2 the count. Millspa on deck for South Knox. Here in inning number 1. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's the second Walton Funeral Service strikeout of the inning. So there's total of, let's see, was there one hit?
One hit.
One hit, one runner left. At the end of the first half inning, it's 0-0. The Miners will take the plate when we come back.
We'd like to tell you just a moment about Linton Sporting Goods. They are your local one-stop equipment shop for all things sports. Locally owned and operated and in the family for over 40 years. They're going to make sure you're ready for the start of the season or upgrade throughout any season. Find them on Facebook today. And need a hand with your next big project? Call Hall's Excavating for all types of excavating. They are family-owned, local folks you can trust to get the job done right. And spring into your dream home with Corey Motter, Greene County's trusted real estate expert. From blooming opportunities to fresh listings, Corey's experience and local knowledge make your move a breeze. Close it with Corey and watch your real estate dreams blossom. Kevin?
We go for the Miners. Hitters 1, 2, and 3. Audrey Sullivan, Sophie Lauer, and then Keely Brown. The defense lining up here for South Knox. Going around the infield, it's Davis, number 18 at first. At second, it's Carey. At shortstop, it's Gladish, number 2. At third, number 1, Lenny Weber. Around the outfield, it's Lafferty, number 30 in right. Number 9, Charleston in center. And number 5, Short in left field. Millspaw is behind the plate, number 7. And on the hill is Kenna Rewald, as we said, 5 and 3 with an ERA of 4.34 on the year.
Good start there for Keely on the mound there that first half inning, and now we're going to see what we can do here. And you notice as I'm watching South Knox's pitcher there, she doesn't have a ton of velocity, but she's got a lot of spin on it. So it's going to be important for us to stay back, to not get out on the front side and get too aggressive trying to hit a ball, let it get to you, and drive it into the gaps.
Audrey Sullivan, the leadoff hitter, stepping in. Waiting for the first pitch from Kenna Rewald. Wasn't sure. It looked like a great pitch, but I just wasn't sure. Called strike. Like you always say, Greg, this is the feel-out area where you're trying to figure out where that strike zone is. The 0-1. See, now that was awful close to the last one, but ball one.
A little higher, that one was.
Audrey steps in.
There you go.
Ball laced into center field. The one hopper to the center fielder, and she's on with a leadoff single.
That was just a great job by Audrey. She threw a little change up there, and she stayed back, let it travel, and drove it into the left center or right center gap there. So good leadoff hit. Get Audrey on base, see what we can do here.
Sophie Lauer steps up now. Sophie hitting at .545 on the year. Takes a called strike. Boy, both pitchers seem to have located that strike zone. They're both doing well.
Again, just starting out, and this umpire behind the plate, I've had over the years several times, he's consistent in his strike zone.
Here's the 0-1. Lays down the bunt, perfect down the third baseline. The throw is errant. Lauer will round. The runner at third will come home. Standing up, Sullivan scores. Lauer's at third on the error.
A single and a two-base error there, but that's exactly what you do and why you put the ball in play and play a little small ball. And Sophie did a great job. That ball went about 10 feet down the third baseline, just probably 6 inches inside the line. It's one
of those where you wonder, do you pick it up or do you let it roll?
Yeah, well, you got to make a choice, and if you just commit to letting it roll, then you're giving her first. But Sophie gets down the line so quick.
Keely Brown steps in, tries to bunt down the first baseline, foul. Keely Brown up right now, Olivia Griffith on deck. Keely was 16 RBIs on the year, trying to get her 17th here. Rewald Ball hit right to center field, same spot. It's going to be a stand-up single, an RBI, as it scores Sophie Lauer from third. Boy, the Miners come out with the bats.
Wasn't a pretty hit, and wasn't what I'm sure Keeley likes to see, but it did the job. It got out there in that area again where it's just really tough to defend out there.
But more importantly, nobody left on base. They brought everybody in, Greg.
They've done what they're supposed to do, and again, that was one of those things that we've talked about these first 10 games. That's an area on the offensive side that we can improve on. Get those runners in, move them around the base. I mean, it's not easy. You know, it's 60 feet between the bases. Figure out a way to get them the next 60 feet and the next 60 feet till you move them around.
Olivia Griffith stepping in here. 6 home runs on the year. She's kind of the talk of Southwest Indiana with the power of that bat. There's a cold strike.
Gwen Clune has come in to pinch run for Keeley Brown.
Thank you, Heather. Olivia waiting for the 0-1. Lays down the perfect bunt down the first baseline. Do they cover? Not in time, I don't think.
Nope.
I didn't see the call, but yes, they're safe on the bunt. Perfect, picture-perfect bunt.
Again, I love the small ball. I love the opportunity. It's just, again, a way to put pressure on. You never know. If they field it right, it's going to be an out. But if they throw it in the right field, then you see what happens. And anytime you can put that kind of pressure on people, it's going to make them play the game you want to play.
And Griffith, the talk of the long ball, lays down the perfect bunt.
Yeah, and
shows how important other aspects of the game, all aspects can be.
And, you know, up and down the lineup, it doesn't matter what spot you're batting in. You need to be able to put the ball down because you never know when you're going to have that opportunity to squeeze a runner in at home or move a runner into a scoring position just with a simple bunt.
Piper Bland steps in. She's got a ball laced right to the third baseman. She'll touch the bag for the force out there. So it is a fielder's choice for Piper Bland with 1 out at third base. Brings up Ella Norris. Stepping up, 2 runners on, 1 out. Ball low in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. The Miners get away with a stolen base for the pair. Runners now at second and third.
I like that aggressiveness there. Olivia's reading that down in the dirt. Get to the next bag.
Here's the 1-0. Showing bunt. Laying it down. Foul. 1-1 on Ella Norris. I'm always surprised, when a team has had the success they've had with the long ball this year, when they show their complete game when they play small ball.
Well,
laying down the bunts.
As fun as it is to see it go over the fence, a bunt like that, when you mark it up in your scorebook, it looks the same, and that's the thing about it. You have to be able to – the game of softball is so fast. You have to be able to be good at all aspects of it. And playing small ball, sometimes that's the only way you can manufacture a run is to get it down and squeeze one in. There you go.
Base hit to center field again. A one hopper to the center fielder. It's going to score 1. The runners will hold at the corners. So an RBI single for Ella Norris. That is, by the way, the 5th single of this inning for the Miners.
She's hit the ball pretty well this year to start off with and done a great job of doing just that, hitting balls into the gaps, moving runners.
Runners at the corners for Maggie Mullis, the number 7 hitter in the inning. The catcher steps in on the right-hand side. The windup and the pitch. Ball high inside. They try a play down the line on Piper Bland. She's back in time. It does show the catcher has the arm. It always kind of a signal to everybody to show that, if you're going to do that, my catcher has the arm to make the play.
Well, you get caught sleeping there on third.
Which we have seen from time to time.
You get some catchers There's
Off
another
the
one.
bat handle, it's going to loop over the shortstop. There's another RBI single for the Miners. They're coming out blazing.
We've talked about this a lot over the years, but how hitting is contagious, and you get some going, and it just lifts the entire team up.
Six singles,
yeah,
Craig.
just lifts the entire team up, and everybody else, then they want to hit. I want to hit. I want to hit. And it just starts to kind of take on a life of its own.
Ball inside, 1-0 to Layla Jenick stepping in. Malia Goodman on deck. Layla certainly extremely good hitter. Takes the ball high, good eye. 2-0 the count. Runners at first and second. Miners up 4-0.
Bella Garcia coming in here to run for Maggie.
Garcia checking in to run for Miners.
Layla steps back in again. Just one out for the Miners. 2 runners on. The windup. Ball high. 3-0 the count. Two runners on. 1 pitch away from loading them up. Rewald off to a rocky start. Should be ball 4. It is. First walk of the inning, and that loads the bases. For Malia Goodman stepping up. Malia hitting at .381 on the year, coming in on the left side, hitting on the left side. Great pitch, kind of an off-speed pitch for strike 1. We go back to the top of the lineup. Audrey Sullivan on deck. Ball high. Six singles. Have the Miners up 4-0 here. Just the bottom of the first. The windup and the pitch. Ball hit to the shortstop. Great glove. Go home for the force play there. They get the out at the plate. So a fielder's choice. Bases remain loaded, but now 2 outs.
Good play there by Gladish coming home with that. Audrey back at the top here. See if she can do something here. Move these runners in and get a couple more on the board.
Audrey stepping in, singled and scored a run. She started it all off with a single. Oh my, I thought that was a little high. Strike 1. One delivery, bases loaded, 2 outs. Pop up. Shortstop, Gladish makes the call and the catch for out number 3. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Miners get 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singles. And Strand, was it 3?
3.
Strand 3. So at the end of 1, the Miners jump out to a quick 4-0 lead.
We'll be back in just a moment. This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
Before and after renovation, reveals are all the rage these days, and no one knows that better than Brock Anderson at Brock Anderson Construction. Whether it's painting, roofing, drywall, trim, electrical, or an overall remodel, Brock's before and after reveal will have you striving to come home to quality. With over 25 years experience in the construction field, call Brock Anderson Construction at 812-798-5583 for your home repair and building need. And as he always says, go Miners.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. The Grill is open 7 days a week with a large menu featuring daily specials, so dine in or carry out your favorites for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Located in the heart of downtown Linton.
Maddie Short stepping up here in the second inning. Millspa on deck. With hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Called strike. Short, Millspa, and Benjamin. Top of the second inning. Called strike. I wasn't sure if she went around. Oh and 2 the count. Called strike 3. That's the third Walton Funeral Service strikeout of the game so far for Keely Brown.
Now batting catcher, number 7,
Brenly Millspaw stepping up now. Benjamin on deck. For South Knox, trailing 4-0. Boy, another great pitch. I would say she's in a zone right now.
She's locating really, really well right now. That third pitch strike there a while ago was just right where it needed to be.
Ball popped up down the left field line, out of play. Looked like she got a lot of that one, though, Greg.
Yeah, just Keely took a little bit off of it. It's just a long strike is all that is there. So
0-2 count. Fouled back. Count idles at 0-2. Swing and a miss. Another Walton Funeral Service strikeout for Keely Brown.
When she's got that off speed working like that, man, it is really, really tough for a hitter. She's able to work that outside corner with that curve, and then when you throw at the velocity she throws and then can take 15 mile an hour off of it, you get hitters way out in front.
Brianna Benjamin at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Good save by Mullis. Great glove. Ball outside and away. Ball. 2-0 the count. This might be the first time Keely has been behind on a hitter tonight. Swing and a miss. Here's the 2-1. Oh my, perfect. It's one of those where you say when you're sitting up here, how can you watch that one go by? But, you know, it's a matter of connecting with it, not just seeing it.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. She strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down as we go to the bottom of the second. The Miners with a 4-0 lead on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
We're going to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about Brock Anderson Construction. Come home to quality with Brock Anderson Construction. Call him at 812-798-5583 for all of your home construction needs. And English Off-Road Linex Spray in Bloomfield offers bed liners and undercoating, in addition to lifts, wheels, tires, emergency lighting, and more at English Off-Road located in Bloomfield. Your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle accessory needs. Find them today on Facebook. And let your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, Jathan Wright, help you think about insurance. Stop by the office, submit your information online, or give him a call, 812-798-5683. 2615. And finally, Team Ortho Foot and Ankle Center is home to board-certified foot and ankle surgeon Dr. Matthew Parmenter with more than 35 years experience treating patients across southern Indiana. For more information, call Team Ortho at 812-847-3381. Our family caring for yours. Kevin?
We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's hitters 2, 3, and 4. Sophie Lauer, Keely Brown, and Olivia Griffith, which really could be your leadoff three. That's a tough task with those three hitters.
Yep.
Lauer stepping in from the left-hand side. Ball popped up. It might drop. Shortstop flying over down the third baseline. Makes the catch. Great play by Gladish. For out number one, brings up Keely Brown. .389 for Keely on the year. But, you know, she's also got a bevy of RBIs, which shows she can also help herself at the plate.
Yeah. She's a good all-around player.
Here's the 0-1 delivery. Ball popped up. It's going to be in foul territory, but it's playable. Great catch out there by Short in left field. Out number two. Brings up Olivia Griffith. Two outs, nobody on. Ball one. Piper Bland on deck. Miners came out blazing with 6 singles in the first inning. Haven't been as fortunate in inning number 2. Ball playable down the third base line in left field. And again, another great catch by Short. 3 up, 3 down is how it shakes out for both teams in the second inning. We go to the top of the third. It's 4-0 Linton on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
We'll be back in just a moment. This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
Looking to tackle a new project? Then Heritage Lumber and Supply is your locally owned and operated building material supplier with everything you need for your next professional or DIY project. From interior or exterior building products to windows, doors, metal roofing, and more, we've got you covered. Ready for a kitchen update or looking to build a new home or post-frame building? Our staff can help you from design to construction, and our in-house kitchen designer will work with you to bring your ideas to life. Let us help you through the process at 812-798-1178 or visit us at heritagelumbersupply.com, located behind Walmart in Linton.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. A quick reminder, 1 month from today starts a pretty busy week for a lot of different additional live stream opportunities. 1 month from today will be the 8th grade honors programs, live streamed by Rader Media Sports, followed by the senior honors program on May 22nd, followed by commencement on May 23rd.
We're at hitters 8, 9, and 1 in the order for South Knox here in the top of the third. Ball high. Katie Lafferty at the plate. Michaela Carey on deck for South Knox. 1-0. Ball hit high, playable in foul territory. McKee with a great catch.
Good job there by Abby.
She had to drift over right by the fence to make that catch. She motored over there, protected herself, and put the glove in.
Right field's not an easy place to play. The ball coming off a bat of right-hander is really tailing hard usually, and that ball's going away from her. She had to run it down, get underneath it. Good job.
Carey, Michaela Carey steps up, 1 out, nobody on. Called strike on the inside corner. Miners up 4-0. Here's the 0-1. Ball wrapped to center field. Going to be a one-hopper, but it's a single. Second hit of the game for the Spartans. So they have a runner on, and they go to the top of the order with Gladish stepping up. She had a fly ball out and a fly ball to center field. She got a hold of it, but Malia Goodman was able to make the play. She steps up here with one runner on and one out on the left-hand side of the plate. Ball hit right toward McKee. Out number 2. She makes the throw to first for the double play, and she nails it.
Good job, Abby McKee. Just take all 3 of them.
My, oh my, what a great play. And that takes us to the bottom of the third on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard. Linton 4, South Knox nothing.
We'll be back in just a moment. This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
The next time you need a lift, call Skinner's. Whether you would like to add emergency lighting, tint your windows, replace old floor mats with WeatherTech floor mats, lift your truck, cover your truck bed, customize your truck bed, or accessorize your vehicle, English Off-Road Line X of Bloomfield has a professionally trained staff to help you make important decisions and make your dreams a reality. Call them in Bloomfield at 812-384-5060 or visit them on the web at www.englishoffroad.com.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. Is it time to compare your insurance to make sure you have the right coverage at the best price? Call Alicia Cornelius at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance in Sullivan, 812-582-8941. And she says, let's insurance together.
Boy, sometimes, Greg, defense can be your best offense. Great play by McKee.
Yeah, she did a good job there. Ball was well hit. Had to come in probably 3 or 4 steps to get it, and knew exactly where she was going with the ball. So
and it was perfect throw.
It was great. I mean, and again, that's why she's out there. That's what you do, why you do what you do. It's just you never know when the ball's going to come to you. And made all 3 outs that inning. Great job on the foul ball right before that. So
Piper Bland steps up now.
Piper's starting to see the ball really, really well. She's had a good game up at Owen Valley as well, and has a ton of power. Just has to be patient on these slower pitchers.
Ball popped up to center field for out number 1. We'll bring up Ella Norris with Maggie Mullis on deck. 1 out, nobody on. It seems like, and I don't want to make a judgment here too soon, but it seems like things have settled down a little bit defensively for South Knox.
Well, they have. I kind of attribute the last inning just a little bit of impatience there. Had a big first inning. Everybody was hitting. We only made her throw 6 pitches that last inning, so you've got to still be patient up there and do what you did the first inning, looking for the pitch that you need to hit to drive into a gap, and we need to continue to have that mentality when we step into the box.
Yeah, you get up 4 runs, it's easy to be complacent or get complacent.
Well, it's not really even complacency. It's just kind of mentally you let down a little bit, and you kind of
2-1 at the plate.
Kids kind of get to a point where, hey, it came easy, so we think the rest is going to be easy, and it's not that way. I mean, the South Knox team is 6-3. We had a first big inning, but there's a lot of softball left to be played here.
Ella Norris here facing a 2-1 count. Make it ball 3, 3-1. Maggie Mullis on deck for the Miners. We're at hitters 5, 6, and 7. Piper out with the play to center field. Oh, called strike. So it's a full count as Ella digs back in. Raywald, the pitcher. Ball out and away. second walk of the ball game, I believe, for them. Puts Eleanor's one runner on with Maggie Mullis stepping up. She singled and was stranded. She had a pinch runner out there, but runner got to third base, and then that was all she wrote for the inning. 4-0 Miners, one out, one runner on. Is the pitch inside. I thought Maggie might have to jump a little bit to get out of the way of that one. She didn't budge. High. Ball 2. Walk is as good as a hit. One runner on. One out. Miners did all their damage so far in inning number 1. Maggie takes a called strike. 2-1. Maggie hitting at .316, 7 ribbies on the year. Fouled off. Evens things up at 2-2. Ball, slow roller to the shortstop. They get one play. The ball gets away, an errant throw to first base in the attempt for a double. Mullis will round at second and stay there. So it's 2 outs and a runner now in scoring position. Mullis gets on with the fielder's choice. Two outs. Layla Jennings steps up to the plate on the right-hand side. Runner in scoring position. The pitch. Inside. Strike. Here's the 0-1. Low and in the dirt. Great stop there by Millspaw with the runner at second. Jennings looking for an RBI. She's got a ball hit to right field. The right fielder right there makes the glove. So the Miners don't get any runs on that one. And we go now to the bottom of the third. Miners still with a 4-0 advantage on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
We're heading to the top of the fourth on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard, and we're going to tell you a little bit about Bandanas by Brenna. Looking for a handmade over-the-collar bandana for your furry friend? Bandanas by Brenna has a gift for your special pet in many everyday and holiday fabrics. Make sure your furry family members dress for any season by finding them on Facebook today. And Crane Credit Union supports area schools and wants to encourage every student to do their very best. With youth and teen accounts, students can earn $5 for every A on their semester report cards. For more information, visit your local Crane Credit Union branch or find out more at cranecu.org. Kevin?
We go now to the top of the fourth, where it hitters 2, 3, and 4, Lena Weber, Charleston, and Davis. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Keely Brown in this game, and she seems to be on.
She's thrown well here to start. Now, again, second time through the lineup here. As North Knox or South Knox starts to come through, we're going to see what kind of adjustments they've made. See if they can't, start putting the ball in play against her.
Macy struck out her first time up. Called strike on the outside of the play. You always think the strike zone is so small, but when a pitcher's really good, they can move it all over in that strike zone. Ball outside, 1-1.
Again, they're trying the entire game. That plate's 17 inches wide. They're trying to make it 19 or 20 inches wide and trying to make it a little taller and move the ball around in the zone and find out where the umpire will give them calls and not. Batter, you're trying to shrink it down.
Ball hit right back to the pitcher, and she gloves it automatically without even blinking. Wow.
Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Kayla Charles.
That actually spooked me, Greg.
I can get back at you pretty quick.
Charleston will step up. What a great play there by Keely Brown. One out. Ball to shortstop. Able to make the glove, but can't make the throw in time. It was a great stop. A great stop by Audrey Sullivan, but she went down to her knees in order to do it, and that made the throw difficult.
Good stop. Just couldn't get her feet back underneath her to put anything on that throw. And then you got to be careful here with one out. Are we going to bunt here? Are we going to hit away?
Lorelei Davis stepping up, struck out in the first inning. Ball high. They're going to go for the steal. Mullis with the throw. Gets by both the shortstop and the second baseman, but able to run it down in center field. And they'll get a stolen base and a runner in scoring position. They're challenging Mullis right away when they do get on. 1-0 the count. Because if you're South Knox, you're thinking you don't have to get it all at one time. You just kind of want to nip away at it, and there they do with the ball laced to right field. Runners will advance to the corners. One out, runners at first and third.
Now batting the left fielder, number 5, Maddie Short.
Brings up Maddie Short, struck out in inning number 2. It seems like, as you pointed out, Greg, second time through, they're a little more attuned to what's going on at the plate. Ball popped up, out of play.
Everybody's seen her now. They kind of know what to expect. They've had a bunch of mental reps sitting over there looking and feedback from their other teammates coming in. So they've got some ideas on how they can figure out a way to put the ball in play and move some runners.
Short digs in. Runners at the corners. 0-1. Ball outside. 2-1. South Knox trying to get a rally going here with one out. 1-1. Thank you. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Miners trying to keep that goose egg up there. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Boy, what a crucial play that is. A Walton Funeral Service strikeout. Her 6th of the game so far. More importantly, 2 outs now. It's any base as Millspaugh, Brenly Millspaugh steps up. She struck out in inning number 2. So now basically it's all at the plate. That was a ball low. Benjamin on deck for South Knox. There's the 1-0 delivery. Fouled back, 1-1. Brown, swing and a miss. 1-2.
took a little off that there. Great pitch. We'll find one more here.
Slow roller to the third baseman. Griffith fires it in time. Boy, didn't look like she had a lot of time to do it, but she was able to make the throw to first base for out number 3, and the Miners dodge a bullet. So there's 2 hits, no runs, 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
We'll be back in just a moment. This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
If you're looking for a wide selection of quality pre-owned cars, why look any further than Bob Walters Linton Motors? They've been serving Linton since 1954 with a wide variety of vehicles for a wide variety of budgets. Bob Walters also offers a full-service department with ASE-trained technicians who are standing by to fix any potential problem. Why pay big city prices when Bob Walters offers local sales and service for less? Visit the dealer you can depend on. Bob Walters Linton Motors at bobwalterscars.com.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. If you find yourself in an accident or simply need a lift, Skinner's Towing Service has you covered. They are your reliable, fast, and friendly people you can depend on 24/7. Call them at 812-699-0743 for locally owned, affordable service. Kevin?
So, Greg, as we go here now to the bottom of the 4th, with a 4-0 advantage, but all 4 runs and all 6 hits come in the first inning.
Yeah, we're going to have to find a way. This is coming up on the 3rd time through the lineup here, and we've got to find a way to generate some offense again. We've kind of been impatient at the plate the last couple innings, and we've got to get back to doing something there to generate some runs. This is a prime example. You've got Malia in the 9-hole. She's coming up first. It's like you got 3 leadoff batters in a row here.
Yep, we're at 9-1-2. Malia Goodman stepping in. Lays down the bunt. Little indecision about who's going to pick it up. What was it called? They say it hit the plate. She's out.
They said she stepped out of the box. When she stepped over and made contact, her foot was out of the box.
Okay. Was a perfectly laid bunt, but you heard Greg describe what happened there. Audrey Sullivan will step up now with 1 out. Audrey singled and scored in the first. Her second time up, she had a pop up to the shortstop. Ball hit high to left field in foul territory. It's out of play. One out, nobody on. 0-2 the count at the plate on Audrey Sullivan. Another pop-up. It's going to be fielded in shallow center field, but then dropped by the second baseman. Tough break there by Carey. She had it glued in. I don't know if she looked down to see where the runner was.
No,
but anyway, she dropped it.
Yeah, just moving a little bit on her. There's a little bit of breeze out there. You look at the flag, and she just kind of moved on her, come down and got behind her a little bit.
So Sullivan is on, and it brings up Sophie Lauer with 1 out, 1 runner on. Raywald, the pitch. Called that one a foul back. 0-1 to Sophie. Keely Brown on deck. Miners with an opportunity here. The top of the lineup. 0-1 count at the plate. 4-0 lead. They're trying to add on to it. Ball outside. Sophie waiting on Raywald's pitch. There's a bunt laid down. Raywald will pick it up and gun it to first, but not in time. And so it's a bunt single for Sophie Lauer.
Sophie gets down the line so fast. You've got to field it clean to make the throw to get her out, and she just has that ability to put a lot of pressure on a defense when she can put the ball and place the ball like she has.
The Miners get their first hit now since inning number 1, and they're threatening here with 2 on and 1 out. Keely Brown steps up, singled in the first, and a pop-up in inning number 2, and takes strike 1 here in inning number 4. 1 out, 2 runners on for the Miners. Keely digs in. Kenna Raywald with the right-handed delivery. Ball outside. Thought that looked pretty good. 1-1.
You know, as fans, sometimes we think, you know, a pitcher that throws really hard is really unbeatable, or better than a pitcher that throws a little slower speed, but it really comes down to locations, spinning the ball, mixing speeds and locations up, and Raywald does a really good job of that. She spins it. She doesn't throw at a high velocity, but she locates well, and she's, you know, keeping batters guessing. And when you know, the Pickens girl at Tennessee throws, you know, 76, 77 mile an hour, but hitters can catch up to speed. They'll adjust to speed. What struggle with is movement and location. And this young lady's doing a pretty good job here since the first inning of finding spots and keeping batters guessing a little bit. We're kind of starting to chase a little bit.
More importantly, she didn't let that 6 or 4 run first inning phase her.
Next page, just come out and start writing a new chapter, and she's done it every inning.
Keely Brown steps in. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back again. Will idle at the 1-2 count. Miners with a 4-0 advantage. Keely Brown settles in. Raywald checks her wristband. Keely steps out, now digs back in. Ball hit high to left field. They're going to, no, they'll not, or did they? Did she make the catch or not? I thought she did not. What's the call?
Field umpire didn't signal it one way or another that I saw, but it did look like she caught it.
Well, they say out number 2, so yes, that would be enough.
Great effort by her. Short out there in left field, but
so it was a great catch out there by Short. I thought it hit the ground and had come out, but not the case. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Raywald's delivery to Olivia Griffith. Off-speed pitch there for called strike 1. A 1 pitch, 2-1s, 2 runners on, fouled away. Down in the count, 0-2. The Miners, more often than not, they've been fouling a few back, and they have found themselves down in the count.
Yeah, well, again, a lot of these fouls are way out ahead of the pitch. They're just need to let that ball travel just a little bit longer.
Olivia waiting on the 0-2. Slight breeze blowing right in for center field. Ball wrapped right into left field. The runner's going to round. We got a scoring at the plate. Runners advance to second and third. The Miners score on an RBI single by Olivia Griffith.
Good job there. The pitch right before that, Olivia yanked out into the parking lot there, and she let that one get a little deeper and then drove it in that 5-6 hole. Was a good hit. Scored Audrey from second.
Audrey's wheels paid off there.
Yeah.
The Miners push their lead now to 5 at 5-0. Piper Bland digging in with runners at second and third, 2 outs. Still plenty to deal with on the plate. Called strike. Eleanorus on deck. Ray Wolves, 0-1 pitch. Another off-speed ball called strike.
Again, she's getting hitters guessing a little bit.
Piper at 0-2. Oh, ball high. 1-2. Right back to the pitcher, right by the pitcher into center field. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, 2 RBIs for Piper Bland.
Good job there by Piper, just staying patient.
So the Miners with 3 runs here now in this 4th inning. On 3 hits. 7-0 Miners, 2 outs, 1 runner on. Ball hit right by the third baseman by Eleanorus, and it'll be a stand-up single. Of course it is. It'll be a single for Eleanorus. So runners at first and second for Maggie Mullis, the Miners have awoken from their slumber. That's 4-0 after inning number 1. Blanked out in 2 and 3. Looked like it was going to be not a long night because they had the advantage, but like they'd taken their foot off the gas, but not now. Ball inside. Runners advance as the ball gets away from the catcher. So now runners at second and third.
Another opportunity here. Just get one to the grass. Any way you can get it there. Score at least 1.
Maggie stepping up here, singled in the first, got on in a fielder's choice, stranded in the third. Ball popped up. Great catch by the first baseman. So the Miners come away with 4 hits. 3 runs and strand a pair. So we go now to the top of the 5th inning, and it's 7-0 Miners.
Now is the time to start thinking about your spring building needs, whether it is a new home, pole barn, interior remodel, or outdoor kitchen. The team at Heritage Lumber and Supply can help. They offer a wide range of products for every need, and they now offer installed services on many products as well. Stop in and give their team a call at 812-798-1178 for your next big project. And check out the new High Seas Car Wash in Linton to keep your vehicle clean in any season. You can run through the automatic wash as much as you want, starting at $24 a month. And check out the new Minor Pride sponsor, Powers Orthodontics, the only orthodontist in Greene County. They offer braces for all ages, and kids 7 to 11 can join the club for free exams and discounts. Visit the Lyons or Terre Haute location by booking online at powersortho.net or call 812-659-9100. Kevin?
So we go now to the top of the 5th inning. Hitters 7, 8, and 9, bottom of the order for South Knox. And with that, Greg, another opportunity for the Miners if they can close the door.
You'd like to close this out, but if everything plays out, you only have to maybe see the top of their lineup again one more time. So
We do want to remind all of you that we are syndicating a Facebook Live as well as the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network. So if you have that opportunity, find our post on Facebook and let us know where you're watching from.
Keely Brown, if you're counting, 6 strikeouts in all. 2 in the first. 3 struck out the side in inning number 2. And then in inning number 4, added 1 more for 6 on the night.
Got Gwen Clune in catcher here for Maggie.
It's nice to have confidence in a couple of catchers.
Yeah, we've got that luxury at a lot of spots where we've got 2 or 3 young ladies that can play multiple spots, and especially at those positions, pitcher and catcher, to have the depth that we have is a luxury to have.
Brianna Benjamin struck out in inning number 2, steps up here for her second opportunity in inning number 4, hitting 154 on the year so far. Digs in on the right side. Ball. You know, we've seen just enough of the home plate umpires. I really like this one. The call is right away. It's loud. You can hear it.
Yep.
It's just extremely helpful. Here's the 1-0. Bounding ball down the third baseline. Foul.
Everybody's strike zone's a little different, and you may or may not like what their strike zone is, but as a player and as a coach, you want to be a consistent strike zone wherever that's at. And this gentleman behind the plate has always done a good job of being consistent with where that's at.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Or no, strike 2. I apologize. Like the home plate umpire heard me. Just hollered out that correction.
Yep.
Nope, 1-2. Keely Brown, the windup and the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. 7th strikeout of the night. Walton Funeral Service strikeout for Keely Brown. 7 on the night so far. Puts her right at, let's see, she had 62 coming in. She currently at 69 on the season. Lafferty digging in. Katie had a fly ball to left, or to right, I apologize, first time up. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Michaela Carey on deck. Here's the 1-1. Ball outside. One out, nobody on. 2-1 count at the plate. Miners up 7-0. Popped up, out of play. Now, I didn't hear the softball hit the car, but I heard the reaction. Ooh.
Yeah. Yep. Got a van out there earlier, a couple innings ago. One hopped it.
Here's the 2. We have a 2-2 count now at the plate. Swing, a Walton Funeral Service strikeout. That's number 8 in the contest. So far, 2 up, 2 down. Go to hitter number 9, Michaela Carey, who singled and then was stranded in inning number 3. Or 4, yeah. Fouled back. And inning number 3 was that superb double play to end the inning, whereas Greg observed that Abby McKee had made all 3 outs in the inning. 0-2 the count at the plate, which I think so far would be the defensive play of the game.
Yep.
0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. A Walton Funeral Service strikeout. She strikes out the side. And so we go now to the bottom of the inning. The Miners still leading 7-0 on the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
Bob Walters, Linton Motors, invites you to participate in their Cars for a Cause program. During the month of April, they're donating $5 for every oil change, $10 for every alignment, and $20 for every transmission service back to the Linton Public Library Reading Summer Program. Shop local, service local, and help your community today. And also, CAS Contracting DBA Kramer's Tree Service has been locally owned for over 30 years. They offer residential tree trimming, stump grinding, and many other services, including compost, seasoned firewood, and quality hardwood mulches. Call Chelsea, Brett, or Blake at 812-847-7221 today. And spring is officially here, and that means boating season is upon us. If you're fishing for boat insurance, give Audrey Sparks at Richard Brown Insurance a call today. Kevin?
Miners with an opportunity here at the bottom of the 5th, leading now 7-0. Hit 3 runs, Greg, and you could possibly close this out.
Yeah, opportunity to do so. And again, you want to just be thinking about, well, what can I do at the plate to get on base? You know, and just moving girls around the bases. That's all you're doing, is trying to come up there and figure out a way to get on.
Is this a pitching change?
Yes.
Well, I do not have a roster, so
Number 15.
Now pitching for the Spartans, number 15, Brianna Benjamin.
Brianna Benjamin has stepped into the pitching. Good call there, Heather. Brianna had been playing in the ball game. She was a designated player. Now stepping in to pitch here in inning number 5. We're at hitters 8, 9, and 1 for the Miners, and really, this is a great place to be in the lineup. Jennings, Goodman, and Sullivan. Layla digs in. Takes a ball. Wind up.
Just tied inside there.
1-1. Benjamin checks her left-handed wristband, and here's the windup and the pitch. Ball. She has a much quicker, not delivery, but windup.
Yeah. And again, that's one of those things you've got to adjust to as a hitter. Every pitcher is a little bit different or unique in how they release the ball and their windup, and it's one of the things that always makes it a little difficult.
3-1 to Layla Jennings, the leadoff hitter here in inning number 5. Miners trying to get this leadoff runner on. Right now, they're a pitch away from possibly doing so. Ball 4.
Good job there by Layla, just being patient and not chasing pitches out of the zone.
Brings up Malia Goodman, hitter number 9. Got on with an error in inning number 1. And a pop-up to the catcher in inning number 4. Now coming up here in inning number 5. 1-0 the count. One runner on, nobody out. Malaya takes called strike. Miners so far with 10 hits. 7 runs on 10 hits. And you know, Greg, we've been talking a lot this season about the fact that the bats are there, but the defense is not. But really, it's been an all-around game so far tonight.
They've played solid on the defensive side as well tonight. Done a good job all the way around to this point.
1-2 outside, 2-2. Goodman digging in on the left-hand side of the plate, waiting on the 2-2. Ball hit high to the shortstop. They try for the double play, not in time. She's back in time. Jennings back in time at first, but not by much, I'll tell you. They were close on the double up. One out, one runner on. We go to the top of the lineup, Audrey Sullivan. Making her third appearance, singled and scored in the first, and a pop-up out to end the inning in the first, and then got on an air, I believe, in inning number 4. And scored. So she scored 2 runs tonight. 1-0. Ball. Two and 0 the count at the plate. Nice pitch. Called strike. Ball gets away from the catcher. Jennings will round at second. Three and 1 now the count at the plate. On Sullivan, Sophie Lauer on deck. The 3-1. Ball 4. Moves runners now to first and second. Sophie Lauer steps in. 2 walks, 2 runners on, ball high. Here's the 1-0. Great stop by the catcher Millspaw there. 2-0 the count. Keely Brown on deck. Wind now blowing off to right field. Ball outside. Braylon Gladish was the only other pitcher that had extensive action this year, but Benjamin in here now with a 3-0 count. Called strike. Runners at first and second for the Miners. 3-1 count at the plate. Lay down the bunt. Third baseman charges, will not get the runner. But the runners will advance. Run scores, and the runners advance to second and third on the bunt single.
Great job there by Sophie, just again, reach out there, touch it, put it in play, and get down the line. And she did that and made it really, really difficult. Throw wasn't in time, got through the first baseman's legs and get a run across.
So the Miners now lead 8-0 and have two runners in scoring position. One swing of the bat can bring this one to an end.
Good spot for Keeley to hit one in the gap here.
Keeley Brown stepping in. Singled in the first, popped up twice. So she's 1 of 3 on the night. Two and 0, and boy, Olivia Griffith on deck. Inside ball. Boy, you'd hate to load it up and face Olivia Griffith, wouldn't you?
I hate to have runners on second, third facing Keeley Brown, too.
Good point.
I mean,
good point.
There's not a lot of weak spots in this lineup up and down it. When
Ball
you look
4.
At it, the thing I like out of this inning here is just the girls are being patient. They're not chasing stuff out of the zone. They don't want to hit so bad that they'll swing at a bad pitch. They're willing to take a walk if that's what it needs to happen.
3 walks this inning and 1 hit. Is manufactured a bases loaded situation as Olivia Griffith steps up. Miners leading 8-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
We're going to get a pinch runner here, I think, or a courtesy runner here for Keeley.
Keeley Brown going out.
Looks like Peyton Leffler.
Peyton Leffler coming up. A freshman on at first. Olivia Griffith stepping up, hitting .529, 6 home runs, 18 RBIs on the year so far. I think she added to that RBI count in inning number 1, however. There's a ball high and away. Piper Bland on deck. Ball inside. 2-0. Boy, the temptation, you're right, Greg, is to swing the bat and try to get a big, massive hit, but they're being patient, wanting to make sure they can get what they can hit.
You know Olivia's going to want to swing it, and
ball foul.
And if she gets the right pitch, she will. She turned on that one.
She's had a grand slam already this year. As far as I know, only one. Digs back in, count 2-1. Benjamin. Wind up in the pitch. Another foul ball out of play. 2-2.
A little game of Plinko out there in the parking lot with that yellow ball.
A game of what?
Plinko. Come
Price
on.
is Right.
Going
Kevin.
back to the old Price is Right stuff there. Come on, Kevin. You should have known that as well.
I'm sorry, kids. I didn't know that one. Everybody foul ball on the left side. I still don't know what that is.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You've seen it many times.
Derek, did you know that one? All right. Everybody knew it up here but me. That's not the first time I've been left out. Still 2-2. 3 consecutive foul balls by Olivia Griffith. Make it 4.
Off the South Knox bus.
Take that one. One hit, 3 walks, bases loaded, 1 out. 2-2 count on Olivia Griffith, 4 straight foul balls.
Just let that travel just a tad longer, and that's in the gap in left center.
Ball high. again, the patience at the plate's impressive.
It is. And they've been pretty good about that all year long as a group, not chasing a lot of wild pitches and stuff out of the zone.
It's full count. Oh, my. Was it not full?
Yeah, it is.
I was just going to say, I didn't see him. So the fourth walk of the inning, walks in a run.
That's Savannah Hughes here coming in for Piper.
Savannah Hughes, number 15, stepping up. The Miners now leading 8-0. Bases loaded and 1 out.
I think we're 9.
9-0.
We're 9.
Is it 9 now? Here's the windup. Popped up. Left fielder coming up. That's short. Dives. Makes another great play.
Great job.
Oh, they're going to get the slide in, but the run already scored at home.
Ball game. Great job there by Sophie.
They tagged up and scored at home before they got the runner at third on the force.
It's a really good effort there by left fielder to make that catch, but she was diving for it, foul territory, couldn't get up to make the throw. Good win by the Miners.
So 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th to close this one out, 10-0 in 5 innings. On the Linton Cycle Sales scoreboard.
We're going to take a quick timeout to hear from our post-game sponsor, Tech Shack of Linton, and we're going to be back with a few sponsor ads before Greg and Kevin have the opportunity to talk with Coach Erica Arnold. We'll be back in just a moment. This is a live stream production powered by Rader Media Sports.
There's a new kind of tech store in town, and it's not playing by your old rules. Welcome to Tech Shack in Linton, America's newest technology store for hands-on tinkerers, off-grid thinkers, and everyday problem solvers. Need two-way radios? Got them. Electronic parts? Stop. Survival gear? Ready to roll. It's like Radio Shack on steroids. Tech Shack in Linton. This ain't your daddy's shack.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports. Let's take this opportunity to catch up here on a few sponsor ads while we wait for Coach Arnold to join us in the press box. Mayor Preble and the City of Linton encourages you to bookmark and visit the City of Linton website. It's a valuable resource for upcoming meetings, special events, availability to pay your bill online, and see local resources throughout the City of Linton. Visit them on the web at cityoflinton.in.gov. Scooters Coffee thanks the Linton community for their support since their opening. Make sure to download the app to get smiles to go towards your purchases and order ahead. Scooters Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Violent Company loves assisting each of you in life's special moments. They are located downtown Linton at 69 North Main Street. This locally owned floral shop encourages you to live life in full bloom by calling them at 812-847-3208. And is your roof ready for the next storm? Whether it is a leak, a replacement, or simply a brand new look, Bumpkin Valley Roofing has you covered. For the last 13 years, they've been the trusted name in residential and commercial roofing in southern Indiana, offering membrane, shingles, and all metal roofing. Call Coach Sierra Babcock to schedule your free estimate today, 812-227-0818. And check out our new Minor Pride sponsor, Greene County Health. Lisa Brettaway is now seeing patients at Greene County Health in Shakamak. Call them at 812-665-9000 to schedule your appointment today. And Greene County Health is also hiring a full-time medical receptionist in both the Linton and Shakamak clinic. Visit Greene County Health on Facebook to find out how to submit your resume today. Kevin?
So the Miners will go now to 7-4. South Knox drops to 6-4 on the year. An impressive win for the Miners. 10 runs on 11 hits, 7 left on base unofficially. And for South Knox, 0 runs, 4 hits, 4 left on base, and 8 Ks for the pitcher tonight, Keely Brown. And can I let you catch your breath? Or are you okay?
I kind of walked up here this time, so I think I'm okay.
You've learned a little bit, haven't you, by now? Erica Arnold joining us now. You're looking at the scorebook. What are you seeing that stands out?
That was probably our better defensive game. I don't think we had an error the whole game, and I think this might be the first game we've gotten through without an error this year. So we looked good on the field, and that's what we need. Our bats are there. We just needed the defense to come around, and it did tonight.
Can I say I don't think I've seen it where one person has made all 3 outs in an inning until Abby McKee did it tonight.
That was awesome. Abby needed that too. Yes.
A double play. She was in. She knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And she looked calm and just knew where the ball needed to go, and she did a good job with that.
And it was an opportune time.
Yes, it was.
I mean, the game could have gone either way at about that time. You had great pitching again tonight, great hitting. Really, it's one of those things where you kind of hard to single people out because everybody played well.
It is. You know what I really think we are effective with is our short game right now. It really puts pressure on the defense, and they don't really know what to do, and especially with that speed. And so, and if they show us that they can't handle it, we're going to keep putting it to them. So.
You know, and you look at your stats and you think, oh, this is a long ball hitting team, and then all of a sudden you're playing short game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice thing to have, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Greg, go ahead.
Let's talk about the rest of your week. You've got some big games coming up here, a couple really good pitchers the next 2 games that you're going to see.
Yeah, I purposely added North. I knew North was going to be good this year. We need to see that type of pitching if we want to make a run in postseason. That was the very first thing I did when I got this job is I contacted the North coach. Hey, let's get you guys on the schedule. If our girls continue to hit, though, and we bring our defense like we brought tonight, we can compete with anybody.
Now, I know coming into this ball game, we thought a lot of their pitcher, we thought a lot of their record, but really it was you guys from, I mean, how about jumping out for 6 runs right off the top? I mean, does that take the air out of things? Or
oh,
what?
yeah. You see it on the field. They quiet down on the field. Their dugout's not talking. You just get to take over. The momentum has shifted, and it's hard to get back. And that's something I talked to on the other side with our girls. We can't let the momentum shift like that. So
6 singles right off the top.
Yeah, it was awesome. And the pitching, I mean, it was something they needed to adjust to, and I felt like they did a really good job of adjusting to that style of pitching.
You know, you look at, it's down now, but so you got 6 runs right off the top, but then you were blanked for a couple of innings. You thought, oh, you know, it's settling in here now, but then all of a sudden you get your runs again.
And that's what we talked about. That was what I talked about in our circle after the game is that you can't you have to keep putting the pressure on the team. And if that means we go back to doing small ball again, then that's what we do. We just have to keep putting that pressure on. And I think they understand that. So they're definitely – it's been awesome to watch them grow and start to understand what we are trying to teach them. And I think we see it all falling into place right now. So.
All right, the next game?
Tomorrow at North.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. Thanks for being here,
guys. That's on the road. That's going to be –
long drive. But, hey, like I said, good competition. That's what we want to see. So.
All right, Erica Arnold, congratulations as the Miners go to 7-4 on the year. Keely Brown chalks up the win. She's now 6-2 on the year. Greg?
Tremendous win. I mean, just a good win against a sectional opponent. A really good job there. You know, I think there was a lot of things done, and Coach talked about it a little bit there, but just our ability to play whatever kind of ball we need to play right now.
Versatility.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the ability to hit with power, and you know, when you're playing us and you're the other team and you're looking at from a pitching standpoint and from calling pitches, you know, you've got to be careful what you're throwing because you can go over the fence at about any time. Well, that also leads into being able to take advantage of some opportunities on the small ball side, and they've just done a really good job of that. And when we have the speed that we have, we do have the ability to put pressure on a lot of teams it was a good win. Good win.
You know, may I say the Miners win this one 10-0, but it might even have been worse somewhat if it not were for some great defensive plays by Short over here in left field for South Knox.
Yeah,
that girl, she dove a couple of times.
She was hustling all night out there and made some really good catches. I think for the Miners, when you look at what we've got coming up here this week, it's going to be a good test to find out. You're going to see, Lindley tomorrow night. She was the pitcher at West Vigo last year in the sectional that threw the perfect game against us. And up and down their roster, they have tremendous softball players. They're really good. Edgewood, you're going to see a completely different type of pitcher when you play them. She doesn't throw the velocity that Lindley throws, but she spins it and moves it as well as anybody that they'll see. And so that's the kind of stuff, win, lose, or draw in those games, they're going to make you better. And then you're going to go over on Saturday and play, possibly South Knox again, but Sullivan and Riverton Park, I think, is who the other one's in. So those are again, quality programs. It's just, every game's a test. Every game's a thing. We talked about it in basketball. Expose your weaknesses, find out what you need to work on, and then go get better and get ready for postseason.
I think that West Vigo pitcher a year ago was the best pitching performance by a softball I'd ever seen.
Yeah, she's really, really good, and she's got a good, bat too. But she's really good, and going to Akron to play, and I think, again, we'll see how we adjust to that going into that this year. I think last year we were probably a little bit in awe of her, and I don't think that's going to be the case with this team tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the Tech Shack post-game interviews tonight. Miners win at 10-0 and 5. Heather?
Our next live stream performance or production will be on Thursday as the Clay City Eels travel to face the Linton Miner baseball team. That is a conference game. Next week, we start 4 games. We have 4 games scheduled per week for the next 3 weeks leading up to, obviously, 8th grade graduation, senior honors night, commencement. Obviously, we're going to throw prom in there, which is a week from this Saturday as well, all before sectional play begins in May. So lots of spring sports will continue. Please check our Facebook page on a daily basis to see not only where the softball and the baseball teams will go, but obviously everything all Miners, from other spring sport athletes to what's going on in the classroom as well. We want to thank Greg Elliott for once again sitting in with us tonight, and we will sign off for now. This has been a live stream production powered